Good evening, Doctor Who fans. Welcome to this edition of this review again. Doctor Who Magazine 616. Remember these words, the telling bone. Those of you in the know will know about Catweasel, the telling bone. Just hold that thought in case this happens during this conversation. Anyway, here we are. 616 with the nice picture of Ncuti Gatwa on the cover, and of course Mr. Ring-a-ding-ding-ding-ding. Homecoming. And what do we have here? Obviously it reviews 3 stories in advance: Lucky Day, The Story in the Engine, the Interstellar Song Contest with Rylan. And yes, very good. Right, so we shall begin. As Davros said, we will begin. Well, roughly anyway. Russell T Davies, obviously talking about Belinda and the well, and you know, many other things. You can read this if you want to, if you like this man's discussions. Okay, and we have, of course, the stars gather for the new Who. If you remember, they attended that premiere, didn't they? And there was various delicious costumes they were wearing, including Graham Norton. What happened to him on Rose, if you remember? The Tome of the Cybermen. Oh yes, of course, next issue in Doctor Who Magazine they're going to have a paperback version of not the Tomb of the Cybermen but the Wheel in Space. Yes, an excellent story. Of course, it's been recently shown on YouTube by those, like that TARDIS girl, or whatever her name is. She did a brilliant 3D, you know, rendering of that story. Fantastic. I don't know why they don't release that officially. Everyone says it's brilliant. Okay, Titan Comics with the 15th Doctor, of course. Oh, the Peterborough Museum is planning to host an unofficial Doctor Who exhibition for Tom Sparper. Obviously, I've heard about this. If you look there, it's on that page there, and of course, yeah, it'll be brilliant, and I quite look forward to hopefully going to see that if I get a chance. And obviously, I'll take photographs and videos and interview people if possible. Yeah. What about Sarah and Harry? Again, that relates to Sarah Jane Smith Adventures and Harry Seldon on Big Finish with Sadie Miller playing, of course. Sarah Jane Smith, wonderful. Malcolm Hulke, the Incredible Hulk, wasn't he? Yes. The politics of these people, of course, filter into these episodes, of course, so one can never get away from one's influences. So plagiarism prevails, or pervades, shall we say, the entire spectrum of Doctor Who. Galaxy Forum. We have a lot of letters. Oh, that's a really nice letter I read about Clive Lewis with his daughter Scarlett. Met Christopher Eccleston, and he sort of met her once, and they had a long talk and discussion, and then she met him again after she's been in hospital, and he remembered everything about the conversation with her and everything else. It's really nice of him to do that. He's a really nice, genuine man for that, isn't he? Yeah. There's a nice picture of Boris Hussein as he was back in the 1960s. Looks slightly a bit like Sacha Dhawan, but yeah, a bit. And of course, Neil Cole's museum is mentioned in the magazine, which of course we visited Friday. Yeah. No, Friday. Yes, it was. Was it Friday? Yeah. What was it? Time is just one continuous continuum, where time never matters except the very present. Now, Lucky Day, that's with the return of Ruby. Sunday, appropriate for today, and she, of course, has a boyfriend, and there's all sorts of stuff going on there. You know, there was some discussion about, and I'm just going to sort of do a bit of a segue here, about Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor being in the land of fiction, or he's not real, or it's like a fictional version of the Doctor because of the things that happened in the previous episodes. So I'm kind of wondering if that is the case. Now, if that's true, is it theoretically possible that David Tennant is the real Doctor and this bi-generation of Ncuti is just sort of a fictional split? I don't know, it's kind of funny, and it would be strange if that is an entire season. We saw David Tennant come back at the end of this one, as the real Doctor, and Ncuti was. I don't think that wouldn't be very respectful, would it? Well. But you know Russell does anything, doesn't he? Again, the story in the engine. It's about going back to Lagos, Nigeria. So Ncuti has connections with that. So that'll be nice. Again, the Interstellar Song Contest, which is broadcast the same day as the Eurovision Song Contest. It virtually is the Eurovision Song Contest in Doctor Who format. But it'll be interesting to see that, and obviously written by Juno Dawson. Lights, camera, action. Again, this relates to Ruth Mailey. Ruth Mailey, yeah. Chat about the unique piece of Doctor Who history when she would visit. Well, I'll let you read it. Why should I explain and articulate everything when you can read? You're all readers, aren't you? Okay. Then we have direct action. Talking about the action sequences in Doctor Who, special effects, very nice. Again, we're talking about there's that meta occurrence with the fans, where they broke the fourth wall. As we all know, Will Yolande did that, but Merry Christmas to all of you at home. Badly performed by David. Actually, yeah, but his voice isn't the same, is it? Anyway, that's another story. Again, Mr. Ring-a-Ding-Ding. All the sad passing, of course, of Simon Fisher-Beck, of course, Dorian and Doctor Who, and of course he's had a lot of acting experience, but very sad to learn of that man's passing. Looks like a very popular person. The Radiophonic Workshop, or Virtual Radiophonic, Mark Ayres and the rest of them. It's a stalwart of redoing those old classic Doctor Who music and sound mixes, very good. Excavating the past, Riverside Studios, the Tomb of the Cybermen. I read this article, of course. It talks about watching on the studios, in the Riverside Studios, the original 60mm prints unrestored. And he reckons it's very good to watch them unrestored. I'm sure it is. Because they're a classic rendition, because they used to film from a TV set, of course, those episodes as they were being broadcast in the 60s, so it's all overseas. But, yeah, thank God they did that, so these things survive. Maximum Defense Mode! That's a K9 thing there. We've got that on our K9 there, haven't we, down there? He's got that on one of his phrases in the, yeah. Again, the Ncuti got, well, of course we've got, what's it, the comic strip I'm talking about? Daleks in Manhattan is reviewed here. That was quite a good story, that. Enjoyed that, with the Empire State Building, which has been visited in The Chase, remember, with Morton Dill, of course, as Peter Purves, or the other way around. And of course, fantastic to see that story. I like the Daleks in this. They're always, I like when they go into Earth history. It's kind of interesting to see that. You know, like Evil of the Daleks, etc. Kind of interesting. Pseudo history, should we say? Again, the Savages review there, which we acquired lately. I haven't watched that, by the way, I have to confess. The 10th Planet has been released on LP, vinyl, $35.99. Again, I started buying a lot of these ages ago, but I just sold them on because I just thought, I've got there's so many variants of the ways you watch these episodes, isn't it? There's the vinyl, there's the CD, there's the DVD, there's the recon, there's the official release. It all gets a bit overkill, isn't it, sometimes? But still. Again, Katie Manning there, interviewed as Iris Wildthyme. Wildthyme, yes. Pronounced that right. The War Doctor. And next month, of course, Mrs. Flood, The Truth About Her, if it's revealed. And of course, that delicious Wheel in Space Target book. So let's see what happens, Doctor Who fans. Thank you, and have a very good evening. But the issue is out now for you to enjoy. Bye for now. And no Tullingbone, thank God for that.